Hello, my food lovers, and welcome to my Creative Cooking for Healthy Living YouTube channel. And today we are going to make pâté maison or country style pâté. All we need is what you see right there in front of me. We need 2 tablespoons butter, this big large onion that I finally chopped, a cup of my cognac or brandy, and please, if you're cooking with wine or any alcohol, use good quality alcohol, because what you put in your food, you're gonna taste it later. And then a pound of ground veal and a pound of ground pork, half a cup of coarsely chopped pistachios, and then I need 2 large cloves of garlic that I minced, 3 bay leaves, 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh thyme, half a teaspoon of ground allspice, half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons of salt, and about 6 to 8 kind of bacon pieces. Now this bacon is a little bit thicker than usual bacon, but it doesn't matter. We also need to add 2 eggs because that's what helps the meat to hold together. So let's start. Okay. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna melt the 2 tablespoons of butter that I put in the pan earlier. I'm gonna melt them. Once the butter melts, I'm gonna add the finely chopped onions and saute them until they're golden color. Don't burn them. Once that gets to the golden color, I will remove it from the pan, and then I will put the 1 cup of cognac and cook it to reduce to about 1/4 to 1/3 cup of cognac. Ah, the smell is absolutely divine. I love that smell of boiling cognac. I hope I don't get drunk. My cognac is reduced to about 1/3 cup, and it took about 3 minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes. I turned off the stove, and I need to pour that cognac over the onions, so I can also just pour it over the, I took it out of the fire and just mix the onions with the cognac, and there you have it. I got the onions with the reduced cognac, so I'm just gonna put it in the bowl here. We're gonna have the meat. We will do the pork, the 1 pound of pork, 1 pound of veal, the salt, the allspice, the pepper, the garlic, the thyme, all of it go in there. And then the pistachios. I'm gonna eat this, so I'm gonna use my hands. If you want, put gloves and use your hands. If you want to use a fork, there is nothing, and I'm not kidding you, there's nothing better than your hands. So I dig in with my hands, blending everything together. I need to put 2 eggs in here to sort of like help holding it together. Here we have it. Everything is blended well. The spices, the onion, the nuts, the eggs, and you will see how we assemble it, okay? Okay, I have my pâté pan, lightly buttered. What I'm gonna do is those 3 bay leaves, I'm gonna put them on the bottom. Then I'm gonna take the bacon, and I like to sort of like put it in strips like that diagonally. So now I'm just gonna dump all of this mixture in there, okay? It's gonna be full, but we'll manage, okay? Just make sure that you push it down so there will be no space or bubbles, and then you bring those pieces back to fold it in like this. Okay, now as you see, we have covered all the meat. We're just trying to cover it with the bacon. I have 1 left, so I'm just gonna put it like that, okay? There. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the pan and then add some water to cover like up to halfway. All right, the pâté is in the pan, and now we're gonna put it in the oven that has been preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I will bake it for an hour and a half. I'll see you in an hour and a half. Okay, I just got it out of the oven. It's been an hour and a half and it looks pretty good to me. I took it out of the water and I dumped the water, because what I need to do now is try to dump all that fat, and it's pretty hot. So as you see, the little liquid, I'm taking it all out. So what I'm gonna do is strain this so to get any of that junk from the meat. So this is the fat, as you can see. We're gonna put this cup that has the juice and the fat from the pâté into the fridge, and I'll show you how to use it tomorrow when we serve the pâté. I wanna put something to keep it down. I have this from a bottom of a pan, and I never thought that I would be using my husband's toolbox, but I want something really heavy. And okay, so now I want to have it sit overnight, or if you make it in the morning, then until the evening. And once it's cooled, you know, like if you have it for 8-9 hours out with this heavy thing on it, then you can just take it and put it in the fridge. Now it's the next day. This pâté stayed under that toolbox that I showed you for about 8 hours, and then after that I put it in the fridge. All I did was, because it was like this, so I just put my tureen plate there, flipped it over, and put it in the fridge like that. All you have to do right now is lift up that, and you have your pâté. Okay, so what I do is just I cut a straight cut because of the shape of the tureen. I cut a piece here and leave it. So you can serve it with 1 piece or 2 pieces. So this is what it looks like. And then what you could do is they have the maille here cornichon, and they are absolutely delicious. So I just put some slices. They're baby ones, so I just sliced a little bit with a knife, and I'm just gonna put some and put it like that here to make it look really nice. You can just have a little bit of the salad. You can make mixed greens. I just put some mixed greens and I added some shredded carrots and some cucumbers, and you have your nice lunch here. Remember the broth I poured down from the tureen pan? It's also been in the fridge since we made the pâté. So I'm gonna show you what is happening here. So you just loosen a little bit and look at the fat. So this fat, you can throw it away. I usually throw it away. And this thing, the broth, has become like the gelatin from the meat, and you can cut it into cubes and put it with your pâté. When you serve your pâté, up to you. I like to just put it like on the side of the plate, and there it is. Bon appétit.